Okay, we're talking about Master Wisteria. Kind of ironic because after I talk about Tempest Bolt Dragon, they release it, and I'm just like, gosh darn it, why did I waste my time speculating when they just released the card right after? Whatever. Okay? Whatever. Whatever. Watch. I'm going to talk about this card, and the next day they're going to release this as the day of the card or the whatever. Whatever. Okay, so anyways. Lord of the Deep Forest Master Wisteria. His effect is, as seen in the anime, when you break ride, it's a break ride unit by the way, I should have said that earlier. When you break ride, you can select 2 new Nectar units, new Nectar unit break ride, 2 units, and then you get 2 from the same, and then you get them from the deck, and then this card's really good, guys. So you pick 2 units, and then you get those 2 units, and then you call them onto the field. That's a +2. That's a +2! That's so good! Now, you might think it's like, whatever, right? +2. Well, you got to think wrong because it's +2. That's so good. And you don't counterblast, I think. If you do counterblast, then it's a lot more fair. But if you don't counterblast, then you just got +2 cards. Now, granted, there are ways that you can, like, fix your opponent. You can prevent them from doing broken shenanigans. For example, you can always knock off their grade 2 rear guards so that they can't copy them or whatever, or you like retire their back row and then they can't do that. So you can kind of preemptively attempt to kind of like prevent them from getting those pluses. But on the Neo Nectar side, you can avert that by either moving your grade 2 to the back. You can like not play that many cards in the beginning, or play a lot of cards and then intercept with them both. And there's just a lot of things that you can do with the cards so that you can make sure that the break ride gives you the best advantage possible, which is why I think it's super good, because you can just get whatever and get the same copy. This card benefits a lot of Neo Nectar decks that kind of needed it. For example, Sephiroth. If you miss it, you're screwed. This card can slightly fix it because you can copy 2 cards, which means at best that you're going to get off Sephiroth's Limit Break twice, which is 4 cards, which is good. Yeah. Secondly, this card benefits Cecilia to an extent. It's a shame that Master Wisteria himself is not a Musketeer, because you don't get the fact that if you get this card, then you can't do anything. But the fact that if you do pull off the break ride, then you can get 2 free units, that thus thinning your deck even more and giving yourself more triggers / more resources altogether, making Cecilia slightly better and Neo Nectars in general much better. Another example, Maiden of Trailing Rose. Your Vanguard is now plus 10,000, so that means she's going to be attacking you for 21,000 plus booster, roughly around 28,000 damage. The thing about Maiden of Trailing Rose and why she was terrible was because she had to hit the Vanguard. But if you're going to break ride, this somewhat amends it, because you're almost guaranteed to hit, unless of course your opponent perfect guards, which in case you still win because you just made them perfect guard very early in the game, and you can just psych your opponent out if you don't even have the Maiden of the Trailing Rose in the first place, which makes this card kind of mind game similar to the end, but it's really good because you get 2 units and you already got 2 units, so it's just really good. I don't feel like I have to say much, but this card is super good for Neo Nectars and pretty good in general because it's a +2. That's so good. +2. I always stress that when a break ride gives a +1, it makes up for the fact you just broke road, so it's already a good card. But this gives that and a +1, and it doesn't counterblast. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, could you imagine a stacking break ride again and again and again? Point is, it's really good. And you +2 out of it. Yeah. Even if you counterblast 1, still really good. Just not as good. But regardless, it's fantastic. +2. I love +2. I like Matis. I like not really Daikaiser, but all the counterblast 1 stuff and stuff that just costs whatever. They're really good. So yeah, Neo Nectars, you got some really good stuff, even though you already have Sephiroth, which if you hit the right chain, you're broken, but regardless, you can just be really greeds and be like, ride grade 1, and then grade 2, and then Wisteria, and then break ride, and then just fart on your opponent. So, yeah. Oh, and thanks for commenting on the other video. I didn't know it was Counterblast 3. Well, now I do, because of the comment, and not because they actually released the card. But, as a quick note, because Counterblast 3 is not as broken, but it's still really good, and combos with the break ride, of the Nanakami, the new one, because you can use that kind of blast, which I will talk about in the next video, the break ride for Nanakamis, because Naoki was pretty awesome in those last 2 episodes. So see you later.